Welcome back to Broken Sword number 1. This priest is been working his frustration out on this cup as he strokes it up and down, over and over again. Look, he's so happy too. Anyway.
In comparison to its neighbor, it looked pretty plain. Somehow, it looked more modern than its neighbor. I didn't recognize the biblical... A statue of a knight holding a staff and a scroll. The statue had any secrets. It was concealing them. I could see that what had at first seemed to be a fine engraved chasing on the scroll was actually writing. Per disciplinum meum lux videbus. Sounds pretty familiar to me.
Wait, didn't it have something to do with
It was the lens that I'd found on Klausner's body. The lens fitted into the end of the scroll like a hand into a glove. Per disciplinum meum lux videbus.
Yeah, that's what Khan told me. Okay. Well, this is all like jumbledy. 3 lens elements need to be slid into the correct position within the circle so that when aligned they create a clear image. Oh, these kind of puzzles. Each lens element can be moved by moving the mouse pointer over the numbered tab, and when a grass hand appears, clicking and holding the mouse button to slide it to the left or right. George will acknowledge the image once the lenses are in the correct position. Also, it won't look like an abstract art painting anymore. Oh, I guess I have to line up with the frame already.
The distortions came sharply into focus. It was a Knight Templar burning at the stake. And below him a date in Roman numerals.
He also looks very angry.
A Knight Templar burning at the stake. And a date. Let me see. MCCCXIV. That's 1314.
Okay, so I spent some time sliding lenses around. Are you done yet, priest? Are you still, working your chalice?
Hey, thanks.
It is my pleasure, monsieur.
What was the writing on the chalice?
It was not writing, my mistake. It was a coat of arms. The remarkable thing is that it seems very familiar.
Yeah?
Oui, I think I have seen it on that wall tomb in the far corner. That winged horse is quite distinctive.
I'll have to check it out.
Do you speak Latin?
You ask this of a priest?
Okay. Can you tell me what per disciplinum meum lux videbus means?
Let me see. That would be, by my teachings, you will see the light. I think.
Yeah, that's what I thought
Like on
too.
the manuscript.
I noticed that the stained glass window on the left looks more modern than the middle one.
You have a keen eye, monsieur. The original window was destroyed in the last war. It was as old as the church, early 14th century.
Oh man, that's awful.
Oui, a terrible loss. Still, the church and the other windows survived.
other church. I should maybe check those out. Oh, look, it's all nice and shiny now.
Boy, what a shine you got on this.
Merci. It is all in the wrist action.
He's got a lot of practice with the wrist action. And a lot of frustrations to work out being a priest.
Catch you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Oh, okay. I guess that was... What? I don't know what that white thing was that was just there and now it's gone.
I didn't have time to sit around.
Well, either way, let's go check out this tomb, the coat of arms, like he said.
Now that my attention had been drawn to it, there was no mistake. There was no name on it, but the coat of arms was undeniably the Pegasus of the De Vasconcelos family. I'd found the last resting place of Don Carlos. My eye was drawn to the biblical references carved into the edge of the tomb. Hey, maybe these biblical references mean something.
Oh, lordy, lordy. A jumble of letters are carved into the side of the knight's tomb. You must look for and highlight a number of biblical verse references comprising of the name of a book followed by the chapter and verse in Latin numerals. Great. So for example, Luke chapter 8 verse 2 would be Luke VIII plus II. You must find and highlight all the verse references. Highlight the full verse reference and the letters will stay lit. Otherwise the letters will fade. George will read the verse reference once they're all highlighted. So I have to figure... Well, okay, I see palms and this?
Psalms 22:21. Not much to go on, but it must have meant something. If I examined the tomb more closely, there might be other clues to find.
Scribillus. I don't think that was a book. Well, here's another Psalms.
Psalms 32:7. The numbers referred to a chapter and a verse in the Bible.
Oh, here the Corinthians.
Corinthians 14:5.
No, that's... Okay, I guess that's not one. I don't know all the book names. Hold on a minute. I'm gonna go look up a list of Bible titles. And we're back. And I didn't even have to look up a list, because I just noticed there's a down one, unless there's other ones here.
John 4:11. There were no more references to find, but a series of Roman numerals ran around the plaque. I made a note in case they meant something.
I didn't think they'd get one to go
32:7.
that direction.
John 4:11. Corinthians 1:4-5. And just one more. Psalms 22:21. I may not be perfect, but I've got a memory like a steel trap. The chalice had led me to these inscriptions, but it looked like a happy coincidence to me. After all, the De Vasconcelos arms were already on the manuscript. Nope, I was still convinced that the chalice had some significance all of its own.
Plus, you know, I got this notepad, so it kind of doesn't matter as long as I write it down. This notepad that I hardly ever read. Well, I wonder if I can go back to Spain and tell her that I found it. Wait, let me talk to the priest. Maybe he'll tell me something about those biblical references.
Hello again, Father.
Bonjour, monsieur. How pleasant to speak to you again.
Did you know that the center window conceals an image of a man burning at the stake?
The Burning Man?
What, you knew?
That there was a hidden image? No. But the church has a reputation for being haunted. Many times people have claimed to have seen a burning man in the window. But when others they look, there is nothing. Perhaps the light has to be just so for the figure to appear.
Yeah, or maybe you need a special lens.
Which I apparently left there.
Catch you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Can I take the lens back?
Per disciplinum, a Knight Templar burning at the stake, and, let me see,
Okay. Hey, maybe it's not a date. Maybe it's something to do with the Bible. And I guess the lens is forever part of that statue now. Well, let's head back and see if Nico has anything new to say next time.